Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashoda Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna राधा वल्लभ राधा वल्लभ श्री राधे जय जय राधा वल्लभ राधा वल्लभ श्री राधे जय जय राधा माधव श्री राधे जय प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद जयो विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर सची श्रीमद अभय चरण अरविंद भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी महाराज श्री प्रभुपाद की नित्यलीला प्रविष्ट विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर सची श्रीमद भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर महाराज श्री प्रभुपाद की जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरी गोवर्धन की श्री वृंदावन धाम की जय श्री नवद्वीप मायापुर धाम की गंगा मई यमुनामयी की भक्ति देवी तुलसी महारानी की श्री श्री गौरनिताई की श्री श्री राधा वल्लभ की जय श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रमयी की हरि नाम संकीर्तन की जय ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय ताई गौर प्रेमानंदे all glories to assembled devotees all glories to assembled devotees all glories to assembled devotees all glories to Sri Sri Gauranga Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Reading from Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 24. The chapter entitled Chanting the Song Sung by Lord Shiva. Text number 51. Is that correct? Syama Sroni Adhi Ruchishnu Dukala Swarna Mekhalam Sama Charva Angri Janghuru Nimna Janu Sudarshanam Syama Sroni Adhirochishnu Syama Sroni Adhirochishnu Dukula Swarnamekhalam Dukula Swarnamekhalam Samacharvangri Janguru Samacharvangri Janghuru Nimna Janu Sudarshanam Nimna Janu Sudarshanam Syama Sroni Adhirochishnu Syama Sroni Adhirochishnu Dukula Swarnamekhalam Dukula Swarnamekhalam Samacharvangri Jangruru Samacharva Angri Janghuru Nimna Janu Sudarshanam Nimna Janu Sudarshanam Syama Sroni Adirochisnu Dukula Swarna Mekhalam Samacharvangri Janghuru Nimna Janu Sudarshanam Syama Sruni Adirochisnu Dukula Swarna Mekhalam Samacharvangri Janghuru Nimna Janu Sudarshanam Shyama, blackish, Sruni, lower part of the waist, Adhi, extra, Rochishnu, pleasing, Dukula, garments, Swarna, golden, Mekhalam, belt, Sama, symmetrical, Charu, beautiful, Angri, lotus feet, Jangha, calves. Uru, thighs. Nimna, lower. Janu, knees. Sudarsanam, very beautiful. Translation purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. The lower part of the Lord's waist is dark and covered with a yellow garment, and the belt bedecked with golden embroidery work. His symmetrical lotus feet and the calves, thighs, and joints of his legs are extraordinarily beautiful. Indeed, the Lord's entire body appears to be well built. Translation responsibly. The lower part of the Lord's waist is dark and covered with yellow garments, and a belt bedecked with golden embroidery work. His symmetrical lotus feet and the calves, thighs and joints of his legs are extraordinarily beautiful. Indeed, the Lord's entire body appears to be well built. Purport. Lord Shiva is one of the 12 great authorities mentioned in Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, 6th Canto, Chapter 3, Text 20. These authorities are Swayambhu, Narada, Shambhu, Kumara, Kapila, Manu, Prahlada, Janaka, Bhishma, Bali, Vyasaki or Sukadeva Goswami, and Yamaraj. The impersonalists who generally worship Lord Shiva should learn of the transcendental Satchidananda Vigraha of the Lord. Here, Lord Shiva kindly describes the details of the Lord's bodily features. Thus, the impersonalists' arguments that the Lord has no form cannot be accepted under any circumstances. Om Jnana-timirantasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitan Mena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Sri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakham Vidamsa He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagat Pate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Vancha Kalpaturubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Vevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukam Karuti Vachalam Pangam Langayati Girim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Sri Guru Hare Krishna. So we are continuing to hear the very beautiful the Rudra Gita, the song sung by Lord Shiva. Who is he giving this instruction to? Prachetas, yes. And Lord Shiva is very beautifully, systematically, and going through description, now is in the point of describing Lord's beauty of the Lord's bodily features. He already has, in the previous verse, has described, starting from his head, his hair, his head, the face. Yesterday he described the Lord's abdomen. And so today he is describing his the waist and knees. And tomorrow he will be describing his lotus feet and nails and etc. So he's describing the beauty of Lord's form. Srila Prabhupada in the purport, he again, whenever he gets an opportunity, he hits the impersonalist, Mayavadi. First thing he said, the Mayavadi generally, their concept is that Lord does not have a form. So Prabhupada immediately gets an opportunity and he says, how can it be possible? Here, the Lord Shiva himself is describing and the beautiful body of the Lord. So Prabhupada says, Mayavadis their knowledge is incomplete. Yeah. When they say the Lord doesn't have a form, it's unacceptable. Srila Prabhupada also describes in the purport the 12 Mahajans. The Mahajan in word, it means, Maha means great, Jana means the people in general, or citizen, or the person, people. So these are the great persons, great personalities. Why they are great? Because they are following the scripture very systematically. According to time, place and circumstances, they have followed the conclusion of Vedas or Shastras and applied that into their personal life. That's why they are Mahajans. There's a verse quoted in Chaitanya Charitamrita by Krishna Kaviraj Goswami, which was taken from Mahabharata, where Yudhishthira Maharaj gives the definition or the Mahajans. He says, Tarko pratishtha sruyato bhivinna nasar risi asya matam na bhinnam dharmasya tattvam nihitam guhaya mahajana yena gathasa pantha. In other words, he's saying that the Vedic knowledge is so vast. It's there's a lot of tarka and bitarka. You can go on, going on, trying to get the conclusion. And the easiest way for us and people in general is to follow dharmasya tattvam, those who are knowing the truth of dharma. They follow them. Dharmasya tattvam nihita guhayam. In their heart, whole dharma is present. They can guide you. Therefore, he says, Mahajana ena gathasa pantha. Follow them. Be okay. Be okay. So today, I thought of just dedicating here. This is now been hearing the glories of Lord Shiva and different the personalities in pair. So we will just discuss the little bit of life of, just a synopsis of the life of these 12 Mahajans. So who is in the first in the list? Swayambhu. Who is Swayambhu? Lord Brahma. Swayam Bhu. He's given Swayam Bhu. Why is he called Swayam Bhu? Yes. He does not have he's not born as we are born, as mother and father, combination of mother and father. He is born from the navel of Lord Vishnu. Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, he born. That's why it's called Swayambhu. He's not born as we are born, so he's manifested. That's why it's called Swayambhu. Swayambhu is the Brahma. So who is Brahma? He's first created being, very first in the creation. And he is in charge of secondary creator. Which means that Lord Vishnu gives them all the ingredients, which is all the elements, earth, water, fire, air, ether, and everything. So he gives to Lord Brahma, he provides to Lord Brahma, and Lord Brahma further creates, such as plants, such as planets, such as different types of living entities. He creates this. So he's given the task. He's creator, Lord Brahma. How does he create? He gets the knowledge from Lord Vishnu or Krishna. Krishna gives him the knowledge to create. In Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, very first verse is Tene Brahma Hrida Adi Kavaye. He receives the knowledge from Krishna to create the universe, create for the creation. And Lord Brahma is also head of all the demigods. Yeah? And Lord Brahma is also the father of all created being, because everything that comes starting from Lord Brahma. Lord Brahma has created rishis. From rishis, they married different Devahuti, Akuti and all those, and then they expand. Yeah? So he is also our father. And Lord Brahma is also the author and the knower of 4 Vedas. All the Vedic scriptures, knowledge and everything that's emanates, because he receives through, Krishna gives him the knowledge, and then he expands. He's also knower of the 4 Vedas. For Lord Brahma is also the head of one of the Vaishnava Sampradaya. Which one? Gaudiya Vaishnava, yes. Brahma, Madhva, Gaudiya, Vaishnava. We are in the line of Lord Brahma. And we discuss also there's Shiva, there's Kumaras. Huh? So he is also head of the Sampradaya, Acharya. He's one of the Acharya for us. And throughout the Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, Lord Brahma comes in many cantos and has different interaction with the different personalities. So, in this discussion, what I thought was we will take a small 1 or 2 lessons from all these Mahajanas' teachings, what they have taught, how they put it from different sources, different scriptures. Especially from Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, we will see all these 12 Mahajans are mentioned in the Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. So, as from Brahma, I thought of a very nice verse. How he is though he's a creator, he is given so much power. And how does he compare himself to the Lord Krishna? How does he, do the humility? In Brahma Samhita, verse number 49, in the 5th chapter, he describes, Bhasman yathasma sakalesu nijesu teja shiyam kiyat prakatiyat trapitatra Brahma Yesha Jagadanda Vidhana Karta Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. How does he compare himself? Bhasman Yathasma. Bhasman means the ray, the sun or the light. Yatha means as. And how does he comparing himself? Asma. Asma is a jewel. That jewel which takes the light from the sun and it shines. It shines for some time. It works. So how is he comparing himself? The Lord is the original source. He is getting the light from that source or power, and then he is able to create. Look at the humility, or look at the how Brahma is comparing himself. Yeah? I am just like a stone that receives the light from the sun and shines for some time, and then that light is illuminated as long as we get the power from that original source. That is my situation. That is my position. Lord Brahma is saying here in this verse. So he says, Brahma Yayesha Jagadanda Vidhana Karta. It so seems that I am the Vidhan Karta, I am the creator. But my source, it's not me. See how the Brahma is taking the position. It's humility. Yeah? Such is the qualities of these. We learn from these Mahajan. Why they are called Mahajan? This is what is there. Even though they are knower of everything, even though they are creator, look at their humility. Look at their the teachings. What they're showing us. That don't take pride. Everything belongs to Krishna. Everything comes from Krishna. Everything comes from the Lord. We are just simply a very insignificant beings. Now, next personality is Swayambhu Narada. Yes. Narada is, next personality is mentioned. He's also one of the 12 Mahajan. The Narada is very special personality. Yes, Narada is whose son is he? Who? Yes, one of the life, he was maidservant, son of maidservant, yeah. Originally son of Lord Brahma, yes. He is younger brother of 4 Kumaras. So when and Narad Muni is also spiritual master of demigods, Prahlad, Vyasadeva. So he is. What is his activities? He's always giving. What is he giving? Bhakti. He's preaching. That's his primary thing. Always in the mode of compassion, going out there, reaching out there, and giving the Krishna consciousness to everyone. Narad Muni in Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, practically every canto Narad Muni is described. He appears in the description of some sort of is there in every canto of Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. First canto, anybody can remember? Instructing Vyasadeva. Yeah, when Vyasadeva was feeling frustrated, he comes and instructs Vyasadeva. Second canto also, he has a conversation. That whole conversation of Narad Muni and Lord Brahma is mentioned there. Third canto is also there. He's given how he was born from Brahma. Fourth canto, we hearing. We heard Dhruva Maharaj. So practically every canto, Narad Muni is there. Yes, as Mataji mentioned that Narad Muni was cursed to become a Gandharva. His Gandharva, he was known as Upabarhana Gandharva. Even in the Gandharva, he was cursed to become a son of maidservant. In Gandharva, he was in the assembly of the great demigods and different personalities. Instead, he had that ability to sing very nicely. And in the assembly of this great personality, he was actually not focused, and he was singing the glories of the beautiful ladies or something. He was just not on the scene and mood. So therefore, he was cursed to become a maidservant. Then in when he becomes a maidservant, son of maidservant, how did he get liberated? Sorry? By associating with the saintly personalities. It so happened that the sages, they were traveling through. He was in the forest. He was traveling through in the Chaturmasya. So he had the association of these great personalities. Not only association, he also had opportunity to eat their remnants, Mahaprasad, from the saint. And we know that how he had a darshan of Lord Vishnu, and then Lord Vishnu just gave him a glance, and then he said, now you'll have to perform tapasya, and then next life you'll come back to being a Lord, back to position of Narada. Huh? What Narada means? What does the word very Narada means? Anyone? Na means the supreme, Nara means the supreme Lord. Da means the giver. That personality, he who gives Narayan to everyone, that's called Narada. Narada. Da means the give. Narada. Narada, yeah, as in the 6th canto also he comes. Narada is also being cursed. By who? In 6th canto? Daksha. Why does he get cursed? Why does he get cursed? Yes, again, now he's going out and giving Narayan to Haryasvas, the 10,000 sons of Daksha. And then he preached to them, and then he converted, he made them brahmacharis. And then again, so first 10,000, he converted them as a devotee, and then 1,000, one more 1,000 of sons of Daksha, he also converted as a devotee. He made him the devotee. So then finally the Daksha got so upset and he said, I'm trying to populate the creation, now you're stopping them. So he said, what is the curse? Anyone remember? Yes. Yes, you cannot stay in one place for some longer period of time. You have to constantly travel. Was it a curse or a benediction? Blessing, yes. Why? Then he can constantly go and preach Krishna consciousness. Yes, true. Yeah, that's what he does. Yes. John just came in. We're just discussing the 12 great personalities been described in Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. In a purport of Srila Prabhupada mentions these great 12 personalities. So we're describing one by one, just little synopsis of these personalities. So we're just discussing the Narada Muni. Yeah. So now who is the next personality? Lord Shiva. We've been hearing now, so many speakers have spoken the glories of Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva is a very special personality. Now as we're hearing, he is, yes, one of the Mahajan, again, Lord Shiva. And what is one of the good quality of Lord Shiva? Great Vaishnava, yes. He is the Vaishnavanam Yatha Sambhu, yes. He is the greatest of all the Vaishnavas. And he is easily pleased. What's his name? Ashutosh, yes. And if you look at the features of Lord Shiva, what is he wearing? Just a simple cloth, wearing Rudraksha, smearing the ashes, and he has the snakes. Yeah. What is a simple? What does that entail? What does it give you? What does it symbolizes? Detachment. Yes. When the personalities are detached, they don't have all this opulence. They're not presenting themselves very opulent. Lord Shiva is always in meditation of the, constantly thinking of the Lord. Simple. Even smearing ashes and all those, things, snakes and everything. What is it? It just doesn't want to be disturbed. So by looking at the feature of Lord Shiva, people generally not really attracted. Yeah, who would be attracted if you have a skulls on your as a garlands and you have ashes in your smear and in your body? Very not appealing, right? So why is he doing that? He's Mahaja. He's a great devotee. It's just to keep away all those unwanted personalities. Sorry? People will be curious, but it doesn't really appeal. It's not appealing, feature. You walk around with a skull in the city today. you would be looked slightly differently than you would be looked at normal. So, yeah. And he also drank the poison. Why? Because the poison came out of the churning of the ocean, and then the poison had to go somewhere, correct? Who took it? Lord Shiva. What happened then? Yes, and he's known as Nilakantha. Yes, Nila, blue. Kantha means the throat. He became a Nilakantha. Wonderful. He's also in charge of false ego. Or the Lord Sankarsana is the ultimate in charge of the ego or the identity. The Lord Shiva is given a similar charge in this universe creation and in charge of false ego. Lord Shiva is also in charge of Tamogun. Lord Shiva also plays the role as in creation, maintenance and destruction, somewhat. As Mathura Manohar very nicely explained the other day, that in the creation, he is the instrument that becomes, when the creation starts, Lord Shiva is the impregnates, takes that from spiritual to the material energy. So he's also in charge of, at the end of the annihilation, the universe, he's also in charge of annihilation. And so we're hearing this, how Lord Shiva, what's the character of Lord Shiva? By receiving seeing these instructions of, he's always meditating on the Lord. Even his instructions are that given to Prachetas are on Krishna. That's his Lord Shiva. Who's next? The 12. So we described Brahma, we described Narada, Lord Shiva. Who's the next one? 4 Kumaras. Yes. Who are 4 Kumaras? Do you know? Yes. The very first sons of Lord Brahma. 4 Kumaras. What are they, how old are they? How will they remain to stay? 5, correct. Why? Anyone know? Why they decided to remain as a 5 years old personality? Yes, Krishna doesn't age, that's correct. But yes, Krishna? That's correct. As they wanted to remain a dedicated. They didn't want it as the body grows. When they're the young child, they have the innocence is there. Huh? They're not disturbed by this external material senses, desires, lust, anger, greed, all that thing. Does not. Children do not have. Children have very, very less, if not none. Therefore, when Lord Brahma created them, first asked them to create. And they said, no, we don't want to get into this business. We will remain a lifelong celibate. We will not get married. And also, not only that, we will remain like a 5 years old. No older than that. Even though they are the oldest, very first created being, but they decided not to age. So, all the senses and everything doesn't bother them. That was the reason. And they are also the Sampradaya-Acharyas. Which Sampradaya? Nimarg Sampradaya, yes. The 4 Sampradayas, one comes from Brahma, another comes from 4 Kumaras. They are also Vaishnava Sampradayas. And we also heard some of the instruction that these Kumaras gave recently. Anybody remembers? 2? Prithu Maharaj. Yes, I've got a great support here. Yes, Kumaras came and instructed Prithu Maharaj. Let's read a couple of instructions they gave, few instructions that gave it to Prithu Maharaj to know the mood of these personalities, 4 Kumaras. This is in the chapter 4, Canto 4, chapter 22, text number 23, 24, and 25. Let's see. This is Kumaras speaking to Prithu Maharaj. What are they saying? One has to make progress in his spiritual life by not associating with any persons who are simply interested in sense gratification, making money. Not only such person, but one who associates with such persons should be avoided. One should mold his life in such a way that he cannot live in peace without drinking the nectar of the glorification of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Hare. One cannot thus elevate by being disgusted with this taste of sense enjoyment. So what's the summary of this verse, this instruction? That give up the bad association, always hear the nectarian, transcendental pastimes and glories of the Lord. Devotees should gradually increase the culture of devotional service by constant hearing the transcendental qualities of the Supreme Personality Godhead. These pastimes are like ornamental decoration on the ears of the devotees. By rendering devotional service and transcending the material qualities, one can easily fix the transcendence in the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Again, they're saying, hear about the Lord, Sravanam, very important message. Now, who are the next personality on the 12 Mahajan list? So we finished Brahma, we done Narada, Shiva, Kumaras. Next one? Kapila. Yes, Lord Kapila. Who's Lord Kapila? Yes, Kapila is this mother, son of Devahuti. Who's his father? Kardama Muni. Yes? Yes. Kapila Dev is the plenary expansion of the Lord himself, Krishna himself. He came as the son of Devahuti and Kardama Muni. He is the grandson of Swayambhuva Manu. Yes, Swayambhuva Manu's daughter, Devahuti. Devahuti's son is Kapila Dev. Yeah? What did he teach? Lord Kapila Dev? Sankhya philosophy. What is Sankhya philosophy? Sankhya means number. So the entire creation is combination and permutation of different elements. Earth, water, fire, air, ether, senses, mind, intelligence, false ego, soul, super soul, and working senses, knowledge gathering senses. So this combination of this is the creation. So all that science is called Sankhya Yoga. And he is the propounder, he is the founder, he taught the science of this devotional service through the different elements, combination, how Lord is creator, Lord's created this energy. So that's Sankhya philosophy. So Lord Kapila Dev is the propounder of Sankhya philosophy. Let's hear once, because we're running out of time. Let's hear one verse that Lord Kapila Dev had taught in the when he gave that instruction to Mother Devahuti, his mother. This is from Canto 3, Chapter 25, Text 25. Satam prasangam mamavirya samvido. Again, this is Bhavante rit karna rasayana katha. Tajjoshanav ashu apavarga vartmani sraddha rati bhakti anukramisati. He's saying, in the association of the pure devotee, discussion of the pastimes and activities of the Supreme Personality of the Godhead is very pleasing and satisfying to the ears and heart. By cultivating such knowledge, one gradually becomes advanced in the path of liberation. Thereafter he is freed and his attraction becomes fixed. The real devotion and devotional service begins. Again, even though he's teaching the whole philosophy through the science of Sankhya Yoga, what is he culminating? What is he saying? Come in the association of the devotees and hear the narration of Lord. Who's next? We're done. Brahma. So by this end of the class, we should remember all 12 Maharajas. So Brahma. Who's next? Who was after Narada? Yes, and then Shiva, and then Kumaras, Kapila. Next is Swayambhuva Manu. Yes, Swayambhuva Manu is the as I said, the grandfather of Lord Kapila Dev. Swayambhuva Manu is the also son of Brahma, very first Brahma. Swayambhuva Manu and Satrupa, they are the, we are known as Manushya, correct? Manushya means Manu, of Manu. All humanity, they are born here, is the combination, those who are born as combination of mother and father are known as Manushya. Because we all, our lineage, everything comes from Manu. Manu and Satrupa. Manu and Satrupa had 5 kids, Uttanapad, Priyavrata, Akuti, Devahuti, Prasuti, and the whole lineage starts come from all the. Anything that's born between combination of mother and father, they are in the lineage of Manu. So we are known as Manushya. That's why we are known as Manushya. Huh? And and he is the authority of, he has laid the law for the mankind. It's called Manusamhita, Manusmriti. They all created or put together by Manu. That's why we follow the law of mankind. In this, he's gone to such a detailed knowledge how the Varnashram system works, what's the duty of Brahmana, what's the duty of Kshatriya, what's the duty of if you're a lady, what's the duty of a man, what's your duty of if you're a student. And he gives elaborate, big, very detailed description of how mankind, how the Manushya should conduct himself. So he is the original, again, he's Mahajan. Yeah, why is he Mahajan? Because they put aside a set of laws that we follow. Following these laws, we make progress. So one of the verse in the third canto of Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, Sukadeva Goswami described what his activities were, Swayambhu Manu. We heard the whole pastimes of Swayambhu Manu and Devahuti getting married to Karda Muni and all that. And in that section, Sukadeva Goswami mentions a couple of verses, so I'll just read 2 verses. Third canto, chapter 22, verse number 34. Thus the Swayambhu Manu was saintly king. Although absorbed in the material happiness, he was not degraded to the lowest grade of life, for he always enjoyed his material happiness in Krishna consciousness atmosphere. He passed his time, which lasted 71 cycles of 4 ages. Kali Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, Treta Yuga, Satyuga. 71 cycle. Huh? That is 71 times 432,000 years. Always thinking of Vasudeva. Sa evam swantaram ninye yoganam ekasaptitam. Vasudeva prasangena. That's the Sanskrit translation. That's the words. Vasudeva. He's always engaged in the matter of regarding Vasudeva. Thus he transcended 3 destinations. That's how. So this is the quality of Swayambhu Manu. Who's next? Prahlad Maharaj. I think everyone we're getting. So Prahlad Maharaj. Who's Prahlad Maharaj? Grandson of Swayambhu Manu. Grandson of Swayambhu Manu? No. Prahlad Maharaj. Yeah. So Prahlad is not. That's Dhruva Maharaj. You're getting it. Yes, there's similarity. They are both devotees, very young devotees. Yes, Prahlad Maharaj. Yes, Prahlad Maharaj comes in the line of demoniac family. Who is his father? Hiranyakashipu. Wake up. Yes. Huh? And what he was what? A devotee. Just see, it's not that devotion service is not practiced in the such a demoniac. If you're being born in the family of demoniac, sorry, whose son Hiranyakashipu? Hiranyakashipu was the son of Kashyap and Diti. Yeah. Yes. So the Prahlad Maharaj comes in the demoniac fine. He's born as a devotee. From very childhood, he's Krishna consciousness. Who is his guru? Narad Muni. Again, the Narad Muni is giving Narada, giving Narayan to everyone. Even Prahlad Maharaj, he didn't spare. Even though he's coming in demonic-like family, he's giving it. Why didn't he give it? Because it's you have to be a patra. In order to give something, you need to have something to give. If he is not willing to take, Prahlad was willing to take, Kayadu was willing to take, he gave. Kayadu is his wife, his demonic wife, but she received it. Hiranyakasipu, was he there to receive? Was he willing to take it? No. If somebody is not willing to take, how can he give? That's why he didn't give. No? So he gave that. What does Prahlad Maharaj teaches? Very fundamental, very nice verse. Komaram acharet pragyo. What is he saying? Komara. Komara is the age of around 5 years. That age is known as Komara. Acharet pragyo dharma bhagavatan iha durlabham manusam janma tadapi adhrubam arthadam. This human form of life is durlabham, very rare. What is he saying? It's also rare, but it's arthadam. It gives, artha means? Artha means the wealth, value, valuable wealth. Even though this money is rare, it's valuable, but it is adhruvam, it is temporary. Therefore, what do? Dharman bhagavataniha. You worship Bhagavata, the Lord Supreme. From what? Acharet Komaram, very young age. There you are. It's a live example here, sitting there. Isn't it? Yeah. Komaram acharet pragyo dharman bhagavataniha durlabham manusam jeham tadapi adhrubam arthadam. Don't waste your life. That's what another means. What is he saying? Don't waste your life. Since the time, we're just going to go for a little fast. So who's next? We finished Brahma, Narada, Shiva, Kapila, Kumara, Swayambhu Manu, Prahlad Maharaj. Now, Janaka. Who's Janaka? Sorry? Father of Mother Sita. Yes, the wife of Lord Ramachandra. Janaka. Janaka was another great personality. He's briefly mentioned in Bhagavatam, but it's in Ramayana we hear a lot about, because she's in the pastime of Lord Ramachandra. Very great personality. Always, again, he was such a saintly king. Lord Krishna, in Bhagavad Gita, mentioned the name of Janaka. Remember which chapter? 3rd chapter. For what? What is the 3rd chapter known for? Karma Yoga. And he gives an example of who has done the Karma Yoga best of the ability? Perfection? Janaka. This is in the text number 20 in chapter 3, Lord Krishna. Karma naivahi samsiddhim astita janaka adaya loka sangraham evapi sampasyan kartum arhasi. King such as Janaka attained the perfection solely by performing prescribed duty. This is Lord Krishna saying in Bhagavad Gita. Therefore, just for the sake of he's asking Arjuna to do the same thing. You follow your duty. Therefore, just for the sake of educating people in general, you should also perform work. So Lord Krishna is giving an example of Janaka as a great king to follow. I remember a short story of Janaka Maharaj that once, Janaka Maharaj is a very always receiving and serving the great Vaishnavas. He's always seeking for that association. He used to invite the great sages to his palace and have a big discussion. He's always hear the nectarian pastimes of Lord. In such one case, he's also has a very good interaction, and also he takes instruction from the great sage Ashtavakra. Do you know who's Ashtavakra? Anybody? Ashtavakra is a saintly person, but his physical body is deformed in 8 different places. Ashtavakra. But however, he was a great learned sage, Ashtavakra. There's also Ashtavakra, the Gita is very, the conversation between Maharaj Janaka and Ashtavakra. So once in this exchange of, learning instruction, the Ashtavakra had many disciples also. And the king used to come in here constantly, and it's very frequent. And then these disciples were thinking, why our Guru Maharaj, who is such a renounced person, taking so much interest and associating with this worldly person, worldly who's the king. He's a royal, he's a king, he's got all the opulence, and he's, why is he taking so much interest? And then this thought of these disciples, somehow the Ashtavakra sage also came to know. So why? So he wanted to actually give them a lesson. So he told one of the servant of Maharaj Janak. Maharaj Janak was hearing this exchange of the pastimes. So he was so much absorbed hearing the pastimes from. Then the Ashtavakra had instructed one of the soldiers of Maharaj Janak to come while the discussion is taking place. Come and tell Janak Maharaj that his palace, the whole palace and everything was burning. So as instructed, the soldier came and sat next to Maharaj Janaka while he was listening the discourse. And then he told and came to king and said, Maharaj, your palace, everything, your kingdom, everything is in a fire, burning. Guess what Janak Maharaj did? What do you think he did?
Take care of it, leave me alone.
Sorry?
Take care of it, leave me alone.
No. He chastised this person who delivered that message to him. He said, how dare, I'm in this so much, in the listening this Krishna Katha, this message could be given and you disturbed my conversation. Forget the kingdom. This is most important. He was that kind of personality. And then seeing this exchange, actually it was just made up, it wasn't the truth, but seeing the exchange, what did the disciple learn? To see where is the consciousness of this king, Janaka was. He was told the whole kingdom is in a fire. Yet he was listening. He says, don't disturb. This is secondary. Such was and then in the same instance, also he wanted to teach them where they are at, all the disciples. So what did he do? He said, now, while the katha is taking place, he got one of the disciples to come and announce. What was the announcement? He said that one of the disciple came and announced to all the listeners, all these disciples who were sitting also there, and he announced. He said, my dear sages, there is a monkey in the cottage and is tearing off all your belongings and clothing. Guess what the disciple do? Everybody ran to protect their belongings, what they had. All they had was a few pieces of, the belongings, the cloth or the kopin or whatever the thing was. And then they were running to protect that. So what is the lesson the Ashtavakra was trying to teach his disciples? That look at the difference between you practicing as a disciple, as where we were told that your little dhoti or a piece of cloth when your belonging was being torn of monkey, you immediately ran out of Krishna Katha. Whereas the king, who had all the palace, who was being burned in the fire, he was angry to be disturbed. That is the quality of such as the king of Janaka. So, we finished Janaka. Who's next? Bhishma. Who's Bhishma? Krishna, who's Bhishma? Who's his father? Santanu Maharaj, yes. And who's his mother? Ganga, yes. So Bhishma was son of Santanu Maharaj and Mother Ganga. And grandfather of Pandava, yes. Yes, he's also Pitamaha. Yes, that's correct. How is he grandfather? Even though he didn't get married, but he was related. Santanu's had 3 sons. One was Bhishma, Vichitravirya, and Chitrangada. Chitrangada died early, and then Vichitravirya married married 2 princes. And then, there's a whole story that Vyasudeva is. So anyway, yes, he is grandfather of, but he's not directly grandfather as such, of Pandavas, yes. And he took a vow of celibacy. Why? Krishna? Why did he take a vow of celibacy? Bhishma. Agree?
Because
conflict between something, yes. That's what he said. Yes, because he wanted to please his father. Father wanted to marry a Satyavati. And Satyavati had a condition that, yes, that my sons will be the kings. Anyway, so the long story short, he took a vow of celibacy to please Satyavati and his father. He's also knower of the whole Varnashram system, Dharma. If you read Mahabharata, Bhishma Dev has given a very elaborate, in Shanti Parva I think it is, the instruction how king should rule. What is the dharma of a king? What is the Varnashram dharma? What is the dharma of Stri? Or the ladies or men, everybody. Very elaborate instruction given. No? And in Śrīmad Bhāgavatam also, very briefly, Sukadeva Goswami mentions, so here he gives very elaborate explanation on the division charity, how to give charity, who to give charity, the activities of the kings, liberation, Istri Dharma, and so on and so forth. So he gives a whole instruction. I'll just read a verse that was offered by Lord Bhishmadev to Lord Krishna in the first canto of Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. This is chapter 9, text number 38. May he, Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who awards the salvation, be my ultimate destination on the battlefield, as he charged me, as if angry because of wounds dealt by my sharp arrows. His shield was shattered, and his body was smeared with the blood due to his wounds. At that moment of death, let my ultimate attraction be to Sri Krishna, the personality of Godhead, I concentrate my mind upon the chariot driver of Arjuna, who stood with the whip on his right hand and the bridle rope on his left hand, who is very careful in giving protection to Arjuna. Arjuna's chariot by all means. Those who saw him in the battlefield of Kurukshetra attained their original form of death. Ultimately, he's meditating on the same form what he saw in the battlefield while he was fighting with Lord Krishna. That is his desire too. So always again, he was a great Mahajan, great personality. And he's taken a role to give pleasure to Lord Krishna as a chivalry or as a opponent or fighter. That was his service to Krishna. That's was a great fighter. And two more to go. How many go? Bali Maharaj and Sukadeva. 3 more to go. Okay, we're nearly getting there. So who's the next one? Bali Maharaj. Who's Bali Maharaj? Bali Maharaj is the grandson of Prahlad Maharaj. He also, Lord Brahmana Dev's pastimes all takes place because of Brahmana Dev. Bali Maharaj is where is he living now? Planet called Sutala. And what's Lord Brahmana Dev giving benediction? He will be his doorkeeper. Because what is his greatest quality? He was such a learned person, and his also greatest quality was that he surrendered everything to the Lord. Atmanivedanam. He's the Atmanivedanam. And just one verse from the Śrīmad Bhāgavatam of Bali Maharaj offering his prayer to Brahmana Dev. He says, although bereft of riches, let's read this one. He says, what is the use of material body which will automatically leaves the owner at the end of life? This is Bali Maharaj speaking to Brahmana Dev. And what is the use of one's family members who is actually plundering taking away the money and the useful for the service of the Lord in spiritual opulence? What is the use of wife? She is only the source of increasing material condition. And what is the use of family, home, country, and community? The attachment for them merely wastes the valuable energy of one's life. See the detachment of Bali Maharaj. Bali Maharaj comes in the line of Prahlad Maharaj. He is the grandson of Prahlad Maharaj. So see again, being in a family of demon doesn't really disqualify. He was such a great devotee. He comes in the Mahajan. Sukadeva Goswami, yes. Entire Śrīmad Bhāgavatam was spoken by Sukadeva Goswami. That's the whole entire instruction is there for us in Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. And finally, Yamaraj. Yamaraj is also one of the 12 Mahajana. So, in common, if you just analyze these 12 Mahajans, sorry? He is great because he's offering his service as the best of ability for following the scriptures and ensuring everyone is abiding. He's also in charge of death. I mean, he punishes. If somebody does good, he will reward. If somebody's doing sinful activities, he's in charge of punishing. He's Yamaraj. But he is also known as Dharmaraj. Dharma means the principle of religion. Raja means he is knower of the principle of religion. He is known for knowing the principle of religion. Dharmaraj. Great devotee. He is doing great service. I wanted to go a little more because of the time. I didn't want to go. So out of these 12 Mahajans, Sukadeva Goswami, yes, he spoke the Śrīmad Bhāgavatam whole instruction of the teachings is from Sukadeva Goswami. That's narrated by Sukadeva Goswami. Vaiyasaki is Sukadeva Goswami. Yeah, Vaiyasaki or Sukadeva Goswami is the same person. So out of these 12 Mahajans, 7 were householders. So those who are thinking that, okay, I'm a householder, I cannot be a perfect, which is wrong. Yeah, as a householder also he can be. And Prahlad Maharaj and Bali Maharaj was in the family of demons. They also in the list of Mahajan, great personalities. And the Sukadeva Goswami and the Bhishma Dev was the very recent great authorities. So these are the brief 12 Mahajan as described by Srila Prabhupada in the purport as mentioned. These are the personalities who propounded, established, and the personalities who we follow as Mahajana Enasu Gathasa Pancha, as Yudhishthira Maharaj mentions, that we should follow these great Mahajans. Yeah. All right, it's already 9 o'clock. Any quick question, comments? Yes?
I have 2 questions.
Yeah, okay, fire away. 2 questions.
One was that you said that Brahma is the king of all the demigods.
Mm-hmm.
Then why do they say that Indra is the king of all the demigods?
Very good question. That Indra is known as king of heaven. And I mentioned that the Brahma is the head of the demigods, correct? Yeah. Do you know the difference? Okay. Because Lord Brahma, all the demigods also come, they're born from Lord Brahma. So who's higher than you or your father? Yes. Does that answer the question? That Lord Brahma is the first living demigod, very first personality. Everything else comes from him. That's why he is the head of the demigods. But Lord Indra is the king of the demigods. There are also other demigods there too. So he's the king. That's the difference. Wow, very good question. Prahlad Maharaj was a devotee. What does his father got a problem with? Everyone's supposed to be devotee, and he's a devotee, right? Prahlad Maharaj is a devotee. Why is Hiranyakashipu has a problem? Is that the question? Right. Anybody want to answer? Why does Hiranyakashipu had a problem if everyone should be devotee? Yeah. 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 So yes, Hiranyakashipu was in the line of what is he was saying? What is Hiranyakashipu's whole motto? What is he telling everybody? Worship me. Was the right thing? Then Prahlad Maharaj was saying, worship who? Krishna. And why was Hiranyakashipu upset with Prahlad Maharaj?
Because he wanted that Maharaj
to worship him. So that's why he was upset. Prahlad Maharaj was not worshipping him, he was upset. Prahlad Maharaj was worshipping Lord Vishnu, that's why he didn't want to do. Because he was a demoniac family, demoniac person. Yes, correct, yeah. If the father gives you a wrong instruction, then that's, correct. Okay, any other? Okay, let's end. Granthra Śrīmad Bhāgavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, 12 Mahajan ki jai, Thai Gaur Premanandi, Hari Hari Bol.